Good day everyone, back with some more FGO. The Saber Wars event is upon us and we're a weekend now, so the second banner's appeared. And along with it, this last right here. And I reckon we're gonna give her a go. Hopefully we can have some decent luck getting her, because it's going to be a while before she comes back. She does come back, but it'll be a year and a half maybe, something around there. And this account's in the market for a good single target assassin that's not named Asako or Shiki. Something more unique. And the quick account went with Karma, so I went with X on my main here. Let's just hope these rolls go. At least as well as Karma's did. Just make sure the stream's going alright. It's up to it, shall we? Actually, come to think of it. What? Okay, Coup coins? No. It is a shame. Coup coins, Uji coins, either would be nice if they want to throw 3 stars at us. Oscar would be good as well. Not this slide though. I'm not sure they could even fix him at this point, since they've wasted one of his buffs. I'm making him worse. There's the spatial talent. Oi, oi. Be nice if they use those two, Edson and Tesla, in a more serious capacity sometime. They really missed opportunity for Tesla versus Zeus in Olympus, considering the nicknames they give Tesla, modern day Zeus and all. So this is main account, so I already have that in my bead. Still need a copy or two on all of the side accounts. Almost a min roll. With those 11, we just got an extra 4-star craft essence instead of 1. And, Jeez. Roma again. We'll have to wait for your Big Brother version on the Buster account. Couple months. 3 months. Something like that. Lancer. We just got a copy of you of GSSR. Silly goose. Look at you. I think that's my 9th copy of it. One more. Wow, let me think. Also, I don't mind in the slightest not getting the rate up 4-star on this banner. So I'm perfectly fine with getting spooks when it comes to 4-stars. It's just, let's keep it rate up for the 5-stars if it's all the same. That'd be nice. So with this account, it's pretty much roll here, and then hey, Yoshi coins, we take those, and then I'll roll again until Morgan. So it will be a bit, and it also means we can well, probably won't have to. Maybe I should stop now before I jinx it worse than it probably already is. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen that one. Returns of Alta. Hey! There times the charm. I actually have no idea what how my coin situation for coup looks in this account. Pretty sure I've gotten one passive, but need to get the others. At the very least, you want the first and third. Those passives are really useful. Well, the first passive is extremely useful in general since Ku is a soloing and last man standing machine, so he's going to get lots of extra attacks. But the third one, the buster damage, is invaluable against a certain boss in Lost Build 6. Among other places. Extra berserker damage is just really nice in general. That reminds me, I haven't seen Camelot in a while. For some reason, it and the Udoji Temple always remind me of each other, even though they don't look anything alike. Back-to-back Medusas. To go along with the honor we got earlier. Getting this nice welfare AoE assassin next to that. Looking forward to that. And of course, we'll also be rolling on quick account for Ushi Benja. Keep getting that one. That's funny. I can never remember what it does. I could have literally read what it did right before this stream and would have already forgotten. It just won't stick for whatever reason. I think it has something to do with star weight, but it's not impressive. Come on. X. 4. Huh. That would have been my 4th copy of him. Wait, maybe 3rd, because one of the Lancelot was regular Lancelot. Right. What can it be? There we go. There's a first copy. Hopefully we can snag some more.
Code name Heroine. 昨今、社会的な問題となっているセーバー増加に対応するために召喚されたサーバントです。よろしくお願いします。
Let's go here. Because I want to check something. Huh? And confusion. Anti-saving. So yeah, we would want all 3 passes. I haven't done that yet. Alright, please be kind. Oh, there's Gamlan. How about that? Let's see, let me think. 90 corners. Oh, imaginary element. Shift that over to the spare account. Actually, never mind, the spare account. Off stream, I did 2 rolls because on Story Banner, I had 2 rolls. Well, okay, technically 3 rolls, but one of them was a bonus. So I was one roll away from bonus roll. And I was like, whatever. So I went in and did them. And sure enough, bonus roll was a kaleidoscope. So we have a K-scope on the spare account now. Bloody hell. We take those. I'd forgotten about that until the imaginary element popped up just then. Well, we're getting a lot of those. Funnily enough, I don't think we've gotten a single copy of the 3-star event CE. And of course, I don't think we've gotten a single 5-star CE. Have we? I don't think so. That's alright. Keep all the 5 stars being X. That'd be lovely. That's my first copy of that on this game. I'll be. Surprised there wasn't another Medea, since we keep getting duplicates of 3 stars from the same ones. Good old Heroine. Well, maybe saying good isn't quite the appropriate description for Heroine. Or how? Excellent, excellent, yes. So if we could snag a 3rd copy, we could, because I'm obviously not going to 120 or anything like that. A 3rd copy would be 270 coins, and then we get 80 from getting to Bond 10. So that's 350, we'd need 10 more coins, or I could throw a Bond Grail on it, get it to Bond 11. So, of course this is a theoretical, in case we didn't get another copy of it. Which hopefully we do, and we don't have to worry about it. Oh, come on again. You're just trolling now. Where are you on my arts account? I still need a copy of you on there for 2nd MLB. Pretty sure it's only 1. It may be 2 actually. Probably should write that down. There's something. Make a note of it. So I don't accidentally keep burning the bloody thing, or rather adding it into CE bombs. Boudica. She's always quite forgotten. It's very solid art support, especially for horror. That looks like a sitting master. This could be a that lad, although there's. Which account was it? Was it the Buster account? That he was rated up on? I think he was. No. The Buster was Virgil. Saito. I guess he was the Quick account. Who was? He wasn't rated up with Karma, was he? It's not bugged me for a while. check the second archive. Wait, I probably burned it. If it was on an account, it wasn't hearts. And it definitely wasn't hearts. Because I distinctly remember it being on an account that didn't really care for him. This is going to fuck me. More Romulus. Hope your 5-star version comes this often for my Buster account here in I think we switched to Maltese now. Here in I want to say March. That was strangely long loading. I would have hoped that would have been the raid up for a long load, but c'est la vie. I believe that was the first thing we rolled. See you on a imaginary rounds. That's our first 5-star craft, isn't it? Pretty sure. Probably. Surprised it wasn't Roma again. Well, this account's throwing quick stuff at us all of a sudden. That's kind of amusing. Considering that. It is a quick session that's being raided up. I wonder how many copies of Imaginary Round that is. I need more formal crafts, honestly. That's probably the best one of the 5-star card color specific craft essences. It's funny how we keep getting Back to back the same 3 stars. So often tonight. As I was saying. It's been a long time since I've seen Robin Hood. Come to think of it. That's a neat event they could do. They could do a Robin Hood Sherwood Forest event. There's a lot of interesting characters they could have. They could even have an alternate version of Robin Hood. Even a Lady Robin Hood if they wanted. Considering even lore-wise the Robin Hood that we have in this game isn't necessarily the only Robin Hood. Morushi. You take those. Should hopefully get quite a bit of it on the quick account when we roll here in a couple weeks. Presumably a couple weeks. Actually, maybe just a week. Because it should start right after this event ends. Well, it wasn't quite a men roll. Quite. Wait a minute, this is a 3-star C. We have been getting it. I don't know why it wasn't clicking for me. No, we need the 5-star version of you. Which is strangely the one that I've gotten the least out. I think out of all my accounts I've got 1 copy of it. And that was recent. Caesar. I might finally break down and level him on spare account. Just have something a wee bit different. There's Robin. In a bit. Been a little bit for Planet Rock too. We kept getting a slew of non-radar 4 stars. That's cool, but wrong flavour. We've already won, we have Excalibur. Should be coming in February. Quick account will also be rolling on that, of course. Or okay, there's number 3. So at this point, we can get all 3 of the passives. with a bombed growl at worst. Oh yeah. So this is the rerun of this event, and this account has rolled on this event both times, just on different banners. Because originally, obviously, we rolled for a starter, and despite all that rolling, that's I think fourth copy of that craft essence. Somehow I never got it in MLB. It just wasn't dropping, kind of like it hasn't been denied. So it would be amusing. It's not spectacular, unfortunately, because it's big stats, but it would be amusing to finally get it MLB. Certainly wouldn't mind that happening. Of course, if it doesn't happen, no big deal either. It would be amusing. At this point, I'm not sure how much more I will roll. Because it would be nice to save. Now sure, it's quite a ways away, so we'll be able to recoup a great deal of snake quartz in the meantime. But hey, there we go. I think that'll do it for that at least. For Morgan, because we have the Morgan banner, and then not too long after we have Summer Okiton and Summer Anastasia, which unfortunately will be diluted because they gave us pity early and ruined our 4-star banners for 2 bloody years. I'm going to remain frustrated at that. Incidentally, I would fully expect this coming anniversary for us to get the whole command card rework, where it adds rainbow chains, buffs quick cards, and the like. So the reason they're rushing us, the global server, to catch up to all these quality of life updates isn't because necessarily, oh, we want to make things better for the global server players. It's to make things easier on the developers, so they don't have to work on 2 completely different versions of the game when they're fixing stuff and coming out with stuff. So if they can keep them both upgraded as the same version, they don't have to look at older code and technology and stuff. So they can work with the same tools. That's why they're trying to rush and catch us up, well, with the quality of life updates, I do believe. But the rainbow change, though, is actually a really good change. So yeah, bring that on early, by all means. But unfortunately, what that also means is they're not going to go out of their way to fix our banners to where they split off and have the 4-star actually have proper solo banners. See, current AJB, they've already fixed it like that because they've realized their mistake, or the problem, at least the issue that they caused. Of course, it has the other issue of, oh, now the 4-star I like, maybe with a 5-star I have no interest in, and vice versa. Which already was happening to an extent, specifically on summer banners, but for the most part, not so much. Like, for example, Fujino is going to be rated up on the rerun, the summer rerun this year. She'll be on the Summer Abigail banner, whereas somebody might have wanted to roll for Summer Kiara or Summer Tomoe. They might want to roll for her, but not be interested in. I think she's on the Summer Abby banner. Or the other way, maybe they wanted Summer Abby, but they also wanted Summer Ilya, but she's not on her banner. I've said this before, but that's why I thought it would be neat if they just sort of let us construct the banner that we rolled on. Like, here you have this pool of 5 stars that's rated up for this event, this pool of 4 stars. You can select one of each to be rated up, and then roll. That would be neat, but pipe dream right there. So that sort of thing. Rolling doesn't complete without getting that one. The only one we're missing now is I think it's Bygone Dreams, the 3-star one. Although it's been a while since I've seen that on the Deco. Maybe the dreams have left. Okay, if we didn't have an MOB before, we definitely do now. Because I know I had at least 2 copies of it. I'm fairly certain I had 3. What's with Fuma tonight? He's one that I swear has a lower drop rate for me. At least on this account. It took an eternity to get my first copy of it. Which, to be fair, didn't particularly matter because he doesn't become really, really good until you beat Shimarusa and can do his buffs. As opposed to not having Ku and not having... What else was it that I didn't have? I remember going through Babylonia and I didn't have Ku and I didn't have Asakar. I had Uchi, but she was only MP. She was MP2 at the time. Because that's what I started with. Got her on my starter roll like that. I only had the one copy of David that was given to us in Okeanos. And I think MP2 Robin Hood. That sounds about right. Yeah, I didn't have Uriel. That was back when, for all I knew, that it was impossible to clear Camelot without Uriel. That's what the internet told me. Speak of the devil. I thought that was the last one. I'll find another copy of that. Not that you really need extra copies of it necessarily, but there it is. What does Hydra Dagger go out to when in a bead? Wait, it's not Hydra Dagger, it's a different one. Hydra Dagger is instant kill. Radar. It's a different dagger that's defense. I think. Brain's not working. Oh dear. Bronzeline? No, that's the huh. I was about to say I might have it on here in a bead, but I'm not sure I did because there's no real reason to keep it once you get Iron Will Training and then Shroud of Magdalene, since they're just much better and they're just 4-star CDs too, so it's not like they're absurdly costly either. Plus, since you usually use them on MASH, and she's free, That sort of makes up, that more than makes up the difference. Since you normally have a 4-star servant's cost anyway. Oh, it's Baldy. KOM, I remember when I first got started, I was going to level Hair. I had Tarmacat obviously, but I was going to level Hair as a backup Berserker. And then I was stopped dead really early on because I needed, I think it's Dragon Fangs, and and I forgot about it for a while, for a long while before I had plenty of Dragon Fangs, and I was like, well, I don't know if it's plenty is quite accurate because this account just so happens to get quite a few servants that just gobble those down like it's going out of style. This account's burned through some Dragon Fangs, let me tell you. Dragon Fangs and steaks. I fully expect us to get spooked with Reach here and need even more steaks, although she only needs, I think, 45 to ascend. She doesn't need the burst skills. Skills is where they get you. But I had Rescue Goal and then Reness back to back. That was a mess. I was about to say I do not remember getting that one. Maybe on any account. Kind of wondering when it was added in now. I sure hope a 4th copy of her comes before long. If it, well, hopefully it comes period, but hopefully it's soon. Preferably. It's Hydra again. I wish we could get a copy of the other daggery one, the one that's defense. Could pull up the old wiki, but that would require effort, and I'm feeling lazy at the moment. No, not you. Your 3-star version. Come on now. Work with me here. That's the year amuses me. Can we trade you for the other Celtic Lancer? No, not that one, the other one. Be funny if this is retro. Well, I suppose I did ask for a Celtic Lancer. I see you, game. I see you. How about a cute jockey and Olga having assassin now, of which 3 of her twin sisters came earlier. That'd be great. I was about to say she thinks she's a Saber, but then I'll actually get Artoria Saber version here. Well, if you want to throw an Artoria face Saber at me, I wouldn't sneeze at another copy of Mordred, just saying. Throwing that out there. Unfortunately, she came over to me quick account. Who is the quick account? It's quick arts. I think it's the quick account.
Heroine の守護者、栄光の清な騎士団の無技に勝利せし。ヒンマクール、ここに限界した。よろしく頼むよ、マスター。
Please, please be her. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we are done. Okay, we saved. I believe this took us under 400 quartz, I believe, but. That's a good bit to start our stockpile for Morgan and Okiton Summer / well, there's no sense in mentioning all the 4 stars. The funny thing is, the Morgan banner, the adding pity early and mucking us over with the 4 stars not getting solo rate ups, it doesn't matter because I wanted both of them anyway. Well, now where it will matter is if I get one of them MP5, I can't then go over and wait a couple days until the solar radar for the other one. So that's a bit of a drag, but c'est la vie. It's going to take me what? It's going to take a bit to do all of X's interludes and strengthens and stuff, because she's got a bunch of them. She was the first servant whose entire kit got buffed. Looking back, it's really strange that they made her just so terribly weak to start with. She's really good now, but it took some doing, as you can tell, for them to get her that way. Because she was in a real sad state to start with, and it's just baffling because she's such a popular character. It's weird that they would. See, like Nobu's popular too, but there's a bit of jokiness in that. But in this case, I don't know. maybe you could go the jokey angle, but obviously they changed their mind. Alrighty, let's
やあ、いらっしゃいだね、マスター君。地道に。
It's funny that we only got 2 copies of him. I'll go in undo that. I don't understand. There she is. Is Heroine X good? Yeah, she's very good. She is extremely solid. She does really good damage to riders and sabers. She's got hard survival, lots of crits. Her MP gains quite solid as well, so she can get her MP back really quickly. She has a stun. Yeah, I'll show you skills if I can find it here. Presumably she's down here. Probably. Oh yeah, we got to say. What about that? There she's. Oh. Right, we'll have to upgrade it, but it's a delayed stun, but got her in 2 pools. Hey, that's pretty nice. Here, let's actually raise her a bit so I can go over her skills a bit. Let's roll the wind. I wish this would work properly. We'll get her fired up in a minute. Did I get Ishtar? Oh, yeah, I've had. Let's get rid of these. Back to level. What? Oh, bugger all. I'll have to go to. No, not there. Spirit Origins. Yeah, I've had her since the original run of this event. She's what I rolled for back then. We rolled for her there. And this guy ran, we went for X. She's a farming machine. She got 110 with the quickness. Well, she's a good one. She's the best. She's essentially tied for the best arch looper in the game, even current day JP. She's just really good. Really solid. Oh yeah, I need to get that to 10. I could have swore I started raising that too, but I don't even know why I unlocked that. I could have theoretically 120 there if I didn't. Silly me. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get her. She does come back, luckily. She's not the best code. When it comes to art slooping, or farming for art service, she's at worst tied for the best. So yeah, she's really good. Now when it comes to boss fights and such, Um, she can do them. She can actually do the really tough challenge quest in this event, but that's mostly because of all the event bonus damage she gets and the like. Generally, she's more of a farmer than a boss fighter, but in shorter boss fights that require AoE damage, she can do fine in. She has a little bit of protection. She has a one-hit invuln on her second skill, but besides that, doesn't really have all that much boss fight utility. She doesn't have pierce invuln, ignore defense, or anything like that. Yeah, but a lot of that is because she gets bonus damage from this event, so she's doing twice the damage that she would in normal things. As a boss killer, that's generally single target servants generally specialize more along those lines. Scar works, Saber Stormfo works. Servants that are good at really self-sufficient kits, they have some protection, maybe there's some inborn pierce, there's some buff removal or the like, are really good boss fighting units. Ujino is really good. Now if it comes to free-to-play servants, so 1 to 3 stars, well, Ushi's quite good. Heracles is pretty much king. Well, once you get in Bond 10, Heroine X is really good, yes. She's quite solid in that regard against Saber or Rider bosses. David's really helpful. He can actually do some decent single target damage too now that he's got his MP upgrade. Ku is the other king. You definitely should raise Ku up. He will carry you a long way. So he's got lots of defense. He hits like a truck as well with his upgraded MP and getting even more attack from his gut skill. Plus he can remove debuffs and heal himself. One of the absolute best servants in the game. Bricky's not bad either, but he can be a bit tricky to use. Yeah, starting out farming mats is really rough. But if you keep at it though, and you do some events, you'll start to get your feet under you pretty soon. Oh, also assassin-wise, Sasaki's pretty good, or he's quite good. He just, if you want to use him heavily, you should throw some grails on him because he's got a really good kit. It's just, since he's a 1-star servant, his stats hold him back a lot. And Ossicar, or 100 Phase, 100 Personas, whatever they call her on Global, which she has, is also an amazing option for a single target assassin. 3-heart slooper. Well, if you get a starter here, she'll. The best thing about her is since she's an Avenger, as long as you're not looping against moon cancers, she's going to do at worst. She's going to do. She's not going to get resisted. She's going to do max damage, regular damage rather. So Okido, yeah, Okido's really good. Plus they keep buffing her even though she was really good to begin with. I really like her a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have her, but I'm going to try to look for an excuse to get her eventually. You can't go wrong with her or Saber Stormfo when it comes to quick single target sabers. Speaking of, even Caesar, who's 3-star, he's pretty good. Now, he's not nearly as good as them, but if you can burst pretty quickly, he is what he's good at. He doesn't really have defense, though. Naoki to alter. She becomes quite a bit better when she gets her second buff, which is coming in a few months. Any future servants? Oh, well, honestly, there are quite a few really. This year's kind of rough because there's a lot of really good servants coming out. Because you've got Morgan Le Fay coming out, as well as Barghest and Barbanshee. Melusine's coming out, Percival, Koyanskaya of Light, Vortigern's coming out. All of those are really good. The summer version of Okitan. She's an AoE quick saber that can loop like it's going out of business. In fact, she's one of the best quick loopers now. And she's a lot better than the alter ego version. Because basically her kit is what this kit should have been, and with the buffs, it's what they're slowly turning this kit into. Of course, since this one's Buster, that hurts her a lot, unfortunately. As boss killers, well, Morgan can work. Okay, boss killers. Oh, well, next event, Ushi Venja comes out. She is an extremely good solo servant. And since she's an Avenger, she can go up against a variety of different classes. Again, as long as it's not Moon Cancer, which is extremely rare. She's excellent in that regard. Let me think a moment. Yeah, I'll pull up the... Try to refresh myself on also in next week's event, Kukulane Alter will be rated up. He's similar to Heracles in that he's really difficult to kill and does a lot of damage. Oh yeah, she's extremely good. She's not quite, but almost as good a universal farmer as Astarte is actually. But unlike Astarte, she actually has a really good defensive kit as well. So she can do boss fights. She can do challenge quests really well because she debuff cleanses, she's got evade, she's got guts. So she's really strong actually. In fact, she's what I went with on my arts account. So I have her on there. She's very good. Okito Sabers. What do you find difficult about her? Let's see. Solo servants. Boss fights. Oh, you can't say AoE. What? Well, yeah. Oh, supports. So, the good news when it comes to supports is she has a very self-sufficient kit. A lot of single-target quick servants do. So, the downside is when it comes to free-to-play players, or when it comes to 1 to 3 star supports, quick has nothing, unfortunately. So, Castoria, well, that's excellent. That's a good start. Castoria, I mean, she works fine. She gives her MP gain up and attack up, as well as a turn of invuln, and she can debuff cleanse. And Castoria works with more than just art servants. There's a reason she's the most broken support in the game. It's just art she makes extra silly. But Hans could work well. He can feed her more stars, some regen and the like. If you get a hold of Waver, which you can get because this upcoming anniversary we're getting a 5-star ticket, so you can pick Waver if you want off of that. He works with any servant. MP3, well, that's sounds like it's set up because she gets her MP. Castoria gets her MP off, and she's going to give a massive attack up to the party. That's extremely helpful as well. So since we got Pity early, one thing that it will do that's helpful is during the Valentine's event and the White Day event, all the 5-star servants that get rated up will get solo banners instead of being shared with Karen and Amakusa respectively. Arjuna. Arjuna Alta. He's a good one. He's very good. If you like him, you might want to skip Morgan because they essentially do the same thing. So it'd be a bit redundant, I suppose. Unfortunately, you'll have to wait a while for him to come back because he doesn't come back this year, but he does next year. He'll even get a costume that gives him glasses, if you're into that. So you'll have a shot at him then, but you'll have to be a bit patient, unfortunately. What 5-star will I get? Well, on main account, I will be getting another copy of Mordred, a 3rd copy of it. On Arts account, probably Tamamo, because I'm trying to think if my Arts account's going to roll between now and then. I don't think so, so probably Tamamo, because she's an outstanding art support. And despite what some parts of the internet want to act like, she is not dead because of Castoria. In fact, they work together incredibly well. You have a solid arts DPS, and then you slap them as supports, and there's you a challenge quest fighter right there. It's going to take some really heavy shenanigans from the boss to get through that team. That's excellent. You're really good to go when it comes to arts. You're cooking with gas. Let's see, quick account. I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to take on a quick account, because there's nothing on the ticket. Quick servant wise, because Bradamante is on there, who I'm still furious did not get a buff recently when she was featured in a bloody event. Instead, they just came out with a newer version of her that has a better kit than her. Ah, you have Vinci Lily. She's quite good. She's pretty loopy as well, yeah. Buster account. Buster account's interesting because I would probably take Enkidu, because so I mentioned Kukulane earlier as one of the best servants in the game, and he is way up there. And Enkidu is essentially Super Ku, basically, so I think that puts into perspective how amazing Enkidu is. Let's see, as for you, boss fights. And yeah, it does sound like you've got farming taken care of, for the most part. So, okay, in March, there will be 2 events. So, since you have Castor Itoria and Tamamo, you can basically take your pick of 2 really good single target art servants that work well with him in March. So, one option is Vlad III, or Count Dracula himself. He should get a solo raid up. Since we have Pity, his raid up should be solo. So he will be raided up in early March, and then towards the end of March, a new single target arts berserker called Galatea will be coming out. I will post the wiki link to their pages in the chat for you, so you can look at their kits. There's Vlad, and there's Galatea. Those 2 are really handy in boss fights, where you can, since they're berserker, as long as it's not a foreigner, they're doing well. And with Castor Itoria and Tamamo, they can be fairly protected. And now, yeah, they can be fairly protected and burst down the boss pretty quickly and loot their MP quite well. There will be a bit of luck involved, because sometimes the boss just wants to focus in. Alright, see you mate, good luck and thanks for watching. I think I'll go ahead and... I have foes in here, don't I? I'll go ahead and finish raising X here, and Then I'll end stream. Why is she always down at the bottom? Why must you hate me this way? That still wasn't enough. Bugger all. I was hoping not to have to get one of those stacks of 30 of the bloody thing. Alright, there we go. That should be 2 rooms. Have 2 of each left over. Okay, where is she? Right.
私がセイバーの頂点であるためには鍛錬私がセ
Fierce dissension. How embarrassing would it be if I somehow didn't have enough mats for her here at one point or another? I actually haven't looked at her mats recently.
というのも不思議な経験ですね。初めは自暴自棄でしたが、だんだん楽しくなってきました。
Okay, I have plenty of dragon fangs somehow. And yes, once again, she's a servant that gobbles a lot of them.
私がセイバーの頂点であるためには鍛錬を怠りません。
Second dissension.
ありがとうございます。政権のカスタマイズもはかどります。
Okay, her mats don't seem too bad. Well, that would be a nightmare on my other accounts, but this one, like my quick account, would have cried with her mats. So it's a good thing I picked Karma, since Karma's mats were a lot easier for it. Somehow. This year is X's mats. She takes a lot of really common early mats. Dragon fangs, toplet crystals and like. And a lot of really key servants you'll be leveling on a new account. Take those. Can't quite get lucky with the extra successes. I should probably go and burn those sitting masters. Well, actually, no. This is my main account, so now I need to keep him. So I should actually slide T2, relock that, go and do this. I'll raise him up eventually. If this was one of my alt accounts that doesn't use him, I would have burned him because they are in dire need of rare prisms. Whereas this account is good for a while.
ようこそレオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチの教科
Okay, where were we? Oh, well.
そろ
So you were, we were in need of experience. Huh. That was a chunk. Debating on whether I'm going to unlock a costume or not. Serious Heroine's it.
私がセイバーの頂点であるためには鍛錬を怠
Could. I'm actually not sure what ascension I'd want to leave her on. There we go. Final ascension. Still irks me how they localize the name Artoria.
あなたの役に立つことです
It hurts me brain. So we'll go ahead and throw these in as well. Clear those in. Too much think. There's another rare prism. It's funny to think that I am very close to being able to theoretically having two MP5, two MP5, not MLB copies of Medusa Lily. Oh, I got more Mosaic than I thought. Oh, there's another rare prism. I forgot about him. Tell I don't give a rip about Lancelot. Let's go.
時間は戻らないものだ最終確認はしっかりしたか
Deed there.
まだ見ていく
I That should be more than enough. Hopefully. Maybe not. Oh, we're at 88. Yeah, it should be. Not heavily in doubt.
私がセイバーの頂点であるためには鍛錬を怠りません。
Skill time. Now, I'm actually not certain what order you'd want to level these. If you were having to, if this was a newer account and you could only like start on, if you couldn't fully level the skills at once. Of course, this one's the only one that's fully upgraded because it gets upgraded during this event. Thankfully, though, after the rerun here, it's going to be available in the little interlude tab from now on, even if you missed this event. Because in the initial run of the event, they acted like, uh-oh, you don't do this event, even if you have MHX. You're going to miss out on her third skill buff, and it's a good one too. Okay, let's go to enhancing. I'm going to have a lot of strengthenings to do. So key thing to note about her first skill here is the stun is delayed. It doesn't stun instantly. It will stun next turn, if it even hits. Let's see. And unfortunately, the stun chance only goes up to 80% at rank 10. The good news is the upgrade, besides lowering the cooldown by 110, also gives it to where it will also decrease the enemy's defense by 20%. So it will at least always do something. Unlike how it originally was. There are also ways to get that extra 20% of debuff chance. There's one. And then this one ends up being a fairly steady star bomb of 20 stars and 110 invuln. So much needed hard survival for her. And since she's a quick focus servant, it's pretty well rolling in stars anyway. Especially when we get the upgrade of the rainbow chains and the quick card buff. So the quick card buff is when it comes along. So right now, if you have a braid chain of quick cards, you will gain 10 bonus stars. Well, they double that to 20, which is pretty substantial. I had more laws than I thought. And now this one. Okay, so originally this one just increased her star gen rates against sabers and her damage against sabers. But the upgrade adds to where it also just gives her an attack up as well. So it also does something even when she's not fighting sabers. And just adding those things to the kit, some hard survival, as well as strengthening the star bomb, because originally it was 15, and so they added an extra 5, which does make a difference. And then adding to where her first and third skill aren't completely worthless if she's fighting something that's not sabers. Just really helps. On top of upgrading your MP as well. And there we go. She's 10, 10, 10. We'll even go ahead and unlock her A-pins, although I don't know. I haven't looked at what her A-pins need for leveling, actually. Whoopsie daisy. They're probably pretty rough, because Artoria faces typically are. Because I never pulled up out here, let's see. Night metals. Otherwise not too bad, but she needs 30 night metals per skill. Does the pity shift banner to banner? Yes, the pity is tied to each individual banner. So say there are 2 banners running at once. If you pop the pity on one, the pity is still available on the other. Now, it being that way is why we're getting mucked over for 2 years on 4-star raid ups. Because normally, before pity, say there's a 5-star and then 2 different 4-stars that can be rated up. And then every day it will switch which of the 4-star is rated up. Well, that counts as a different banner. So if they kept it like that, what you could do is hit pity on day 1 for the 5-star servant. And then on day 2, when the banner changes to one of the 4-stars being rated up, well, that counts as a different banner. So then you could hit pity again. So you could do that to kind of quote-unquote cheese your way into getting guaranteed MP5 or whatever of your 5-star. So that's why they've mucked us over and gotten rid of solo 4-star raid ups until current day JP, where how they've done it is they've just adjusted the banners to where each 4-star is tied to a single 5-star. Hopefully that made sense. I suppose we'll raise them a bit. I don't think I'm going to go all the way to 10, 10, 10ing her though, because we're going to be, thankfully I have enough. So it doesn't shift, right? Right, it's tied to each individual banner. So, I have to press this first. So, for example, if it loads in. So in this banner, if I hadn't already gotten her, if I rolled 900 Saint Quartz, or yeah, 900 Saint Quartz, then I'd guaranteed get it. And then if I switched over to this banner, I could roll 900 Saint Quartz and guarantee get a starting. But yeah, so that's the way it works. It's tied to each individual banner. Obviously, Story Road doesn't have one because there's no radar. And what I was ranting about with the 4 stars is that's why we don't have solo 4-star raid ups now, unless there's only one 4-star on the banner to begin with. Because each time the banner altered to having one of them rated up, or both of them rated up, or vice versa, then it would count as a new banner and it would have its own pity tied to it. Hopefully that made more sense than what I was saying earlier. I think we'll stop at 6 on these for now. Just because I do think I'm going to be short on Comet Shards probably, because that's a fairly new mat and I haven't really went out of my way to farm it. That one we could go a little further, since it's really important. Once we max this third A-pin out, the anti-saver, she will essentially do counter-class damage. Well, she will very nearly do archer level damage to sabers when her third skill's out, which is most of the time because it lasts 3 turns and I'm pretty sure it has a short cooldown. Right, 6 turns cooldown, so it's up half the time. But with Atlas, you can speed that up a little, at least initially. Nine medals is another one this accounts went through a lot of. We'll go ahead and max this one out, I guess. Maybe, depending on how many karma shards there. I guess that was a little better than I thought. Just a little. There we go. We'll keep it like that for a little while. What are you waiting? Are these bloody bells? These are going to be a nightmare as well because she needs them. All of the Morgan and her lot will need them. Who knows? Undoubtedly, I have a bunch more that need them as well. What were you? Oh, you were waiting on karma shards. That's funny. I need to level theirs eventually. You can almost get 2, which is all what I've been waiting on, honestly. So soon enough, I'll pick yours. Fortunately, he's still a long way away from getting that extra attack boost. Oh yeah, and you need Rainbow Yarn. Interesting. I thought she would have been closer to. Oh right, she's okay. She's permanent, so she gets. It takes a lot more copies of her to get coins than for a limited 4-star. This still bugs me. She does come back. Soonish. Well, not soonish. Not this coming anniversary, but around the anniversary after that. I think she finally comes back. But unfortunately, I don't think it's. It's an awkward thing where she has a triple rate up with her and 2 other 4-stars. And it's either Summer Autoria or Summer Jean, who's rated up as the 5-star with her. Either of which I would happily take on this account because I could use MP2 Summer Jean, and I'd really like Squirtoria as well. Because that's another hole in this account is single target Archer. Well, at least the 5-star roster of this account. But enough jibber jabber for me. We are. I suppose there's one more thing I can do. Sport list update is really lovely because we're able to set up 3 lists instead of 1. And I've basically made 3 lists and tailored them to card types. So I have a Buster list, an Arts list, and a Quick list. Oh yeah, we have I'm trying to remember, because there's something coming up soonish that should fill this extra class for Quick spot, but I'm having a blank of what it is. And let's go ahead and MLB this. And we'll toss that honor instead of 3 anglers. 3 anglers full HP anyway, so it's not like the mixed stats is actually helpful in the exchange. There we go. When it comes to the mysterious heroines, I would like to get another copy of it. Sean, get her released in MP2. She does get a rate up in like a month or so, but if we hadn't had to roll so much to get that 4th copy, or if I hadn't been stubborn and rolled so much to get a 4th copy, and would have been like, I'll just throw a Bond Grail on it to get the 3rd A-Pent, then I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if the notion takes me. When the time comes. But alright. I believe that's a job well done. So I think we'll wrap up here. And when it comes to FGO, next time will be next event. We'll be on the quick account trying to snag a bunch of copies of Ushivenjo. And hopefully we get lucky and can get her pretty quickly, because unfortunately Karen is just a month away and we need to roll for her too on that same account. The quick account doesn't roll much this year and next year, but the issue is said rolling the banners that it needs to roll on are like within a month of each other, so the struggle is real. But alright, well, fingers crossed. Pretty peachy keen on how that ended up. I'll get to work on doing X's rank ups and the like. She need 3 of them, and I think she might have some interludes as well, so that could take a while. But that'll be all for now, so I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.